Jade Cargill just admitted this about WWE Creative, and I think you're going to be kind of interested in it because Jade Cargill, since making her WWE in-ring debut this past January at the Royal Rumble, by being a surprise entrant in the Women's Royal Rumble match, she's taken the company by storm. She has lived up to the hype in my eyes, and she has surpassed the expectations set by AEW and WWE fans. I think the fact that she's been able to transition as well as she has comes down to WWE taking their time with her, preparing her, and her commitment to her craft. Because if you look at the way that she was booked in AEW compared to WWE, it's similar, but at the same time, WWE has only enhanced Jade Cargill. They have made Jade Cargill a much bigger star, and I think we should all be appreciative of that, because Jade Cargill and what they've been able to do with her thus far in such a short amount of time is remarkable. It's also very interesting to see that the way that they have taken her, right? Because everyone had this idea in their minds, okay, we're going to sign Jade Cargill. She's going to go to NXT. She's going to do a bunch of squash matches while she gets used to the style. Maybe she's an NXT Women's Champion, and then she's going to get fast-tracked to the main roster within a year. Instead, they went against history. They went against the grain. They bucked the trend, if you will, because instead of that, they sent her straight to the main roster, right? And they've also paired her with Bianca Belair, right? So it's not just a single star, so she doesn't have to necessarily carry the load by herself. She can get used to not only the WWE style, promos, camera, but more importantly, the travel, right? Because she went from AEW, where she was traveling once a week. Now she's on the road, right? Working Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so that's a big change, especially with someone who has a young family. When her and Bianca Belair won the Women's Tag Team Championships at Backlash France, everyone was not surprised. Everyone knew that they were going to win the championships. And I love the fact that they've paired her with Bianca Belair, because Bianca Belair is an established star who has a lot of equity built up with the fan base. And we know we're going to eventually get Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill. And we know Jade Cargill will likely turn on Bianca Belair. So that leads us to today's video, because Jade Cargill, she continues to do the media rounds, and she spoke with Title Sports Network about the fact that winning the Women's Tag Team Championships, they simply were not a goal of hers when she first signed with WWE. She says that it's amazing. It wasn't something that was in my cards or my deck. Came out of the blue. But teaming with the EST, we're unstoppable. We're going to beat us. Or who's going to beat us, rather? Like, let's really think about that now. No one. So we knew it was coming. We knew that we had phenomenon. The Kabuki Warriors are great, you know. They held the belts down, but it's our time now. Interesting to see that Jade Cargill wasn't necessarily planning this. Now, I understand what you're saying. Don't roast me in the comments yet. Let me explain what I'm saying. When we got that showdown in the Royal Rumble, they literally planted the freaking seeds for not a singles match with Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair like everyone thought, including myself. We're like, oh snap, this is going to be money, and it will be. Instead, WWE, they planted the seeds for a Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair tag team. That goes to show you that even them, they didn't know what they were going to do with Jade Cargill, right? Think about this, because after the Royal Rumble, there was a few months where Jade Cargill was not on television. She was not mentioned, right? And then she started doing backstage segments, seeing whether or not she's going to sign with Raw or SmackDown. So I would 100% believe that Jade Cargill did not think that she was going to be in a tag team with Bianca Belair. But oh, how this move has paid off in such a big way. Now, I understand they worked the pre-show of the King and Queen of the Ring PLE over in Saudi Arabia. They beat Indy Hartwell, Candice LeRae. Not necessarily household names. I'll admit that. But the fact that they were on the show, they got a pretty good payday out of it, right? And they got a booking of dominance in this match. They were dominant, and Jade Cargill continues to get reps. And that's something that I've talked about for a while now. It's like you have to give Jade Cargill the opportunity to get more reps, because the more she does, the better she gets. Whether that's promos, whether that's in-ring, whether that's style, whether that's just getting used to the daily grind of being a WWE superstar, in addition to all the media that WWE has been booking her to do. And this is nice because, look, AEW, they presented her as a big star. They never really, though, went all the way with her as a big star. And I get why some of y'all might be like, what is he talking about? And I'll tell you what I'm talking about on the flip side of this, because in case y'all didn't know, we have a merch store ready to go, lined up, and it is live. We got some awesome deals for some of the best designs in the business. Link in the description below. Let's get back to the regular episode. So, what do I mean by that? Yes, she was a dominant TBS champion. Yes, she was undefeated. But she never got to work with the top stars of AEW. Like, we never got her and Britt Baker. Why? Why did we never get that match? Bigger question is, why is Britt Baker not on television right now? But I digress. They never made her the women's champion. Right? There was so much untapped potential with Jade Cargill in AEW. It was just left on the table. And even in the way that she left that promotion, she lost, Double or Nothing, and then went on a hiatus for months, returned on a Dynamite, worked a Rampage match, then was gone. So, what are we doing? And with Triple H, he's taking this time with Jade Cargill. Every single thing that he has done with Jade Cargill from the moment he signed her and sent her around and did all the media rounds, whether it would be months and months and months of training at the Performance Center, taking his time with her booking-wise, and then in the ring on television, from the entrance to her movesets, to her layout of her matches, to creative, it's absolutely phenomenal. Hey, y'all, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe for more wrestling content. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell so you are notified every single time we are uploading new content